Okay, so I've got the body for my robot placed in on my new A3 page. It's going to be my collaged robot. I'm going to show you this time how to use another selection tool to select an area of an image, copy and paste onto your robot. Okay, so last time we used the magnetic lasso tool, which is in the lasso tool options here, the magnetic lasso tool. This time I'm going to use the polygonal lasso tool because I want part of this object but not the whole thing. It's going to be part of my head. Now the polygonal lasso tool is entirely manual, so every time I click it's a bit like join the dots, it's a point where it might change direction. So I'm starting at that corner, I come down, click out here, and it's all straight lines. Okay. Now the object I'm choosing is mostly straight lines. Of course, when you get to a corner where there's a little bit of a curve, few clicks makes it a little bit of a curve. So I'm just going to come around here. Up. So I say join the dots is a good analogy here. So each time I'm clicking with the mouse is a point where a reference point is being made. Because I don't want those top parts on, I just want the kind of the basic shape. So here we go. And again, back to the start, the little circle appears, one click makes my selection. Copy, Command and C on the keyboard, Command and V is a shortcut, and I've got my head placed on my new file. You see I've got two layers now. Body, there's the one I renamed. Let's rename this one head. And obviously I want to move it, and I wouldn't mind doing a bit of resizing, so the move tool, and I'm on head. Now I need to make sure I've got my transform controls showing. There we go. And let's just resize. Let's keep the proportions the same by holding the shift key, and let's pop the head up here. Click the tick to say yes. I'm happy with that size. There we go, and I've got my head in place. So I have a body and I have a head. Now let's close this file now because I don't need that anymore. Before I move on to talking about getting an arm or a bit of a leg from this, I'm just going to come back here and start talking about head and body. Let's hide the head for a moment, okay? Just clicking on the eye icon here to hide the head layer. And let's click on the body layer. And let's zoom in. Actually, I need to just have my navigator window open up so I can zoom in easily. So I'm going to go to window here, and I'm going to choose the navigator here. I want to show navigator. There it is. I'm just going to detach that from the main body. There we are. So I'm going to zoom in on the body here. So here's my body. I don't want these little ear parts. I want to get rid of those entirely. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to again choose the polygonal lasso tool, and I'm going to just make a selection here. And it's like I'm just going to sort of snip those off. So up to here. Doesn't matter if I'm really close in because this is all transparent, remember. Okay, I'm on the correct layer. I'm just going to press my backspace key to delete the little ear off and then deselect. Do the same thing on this side. Let's just carefully, and in fact I'm going to zoom in even closer so I can see that much more carefully. There. So I'm snipping this bit off. There it goes. Snip off. There we are. Deselect. So now my body has got no ears on there. So that's looking a little bit more convincing as just a body. And I'm going to have my head. Connecting the head to the body. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? A bit of a neck. Okay, so let's leave this for a moment. Let's just minimize this. And let's open my Finder back up again. And let's look for something which could be useful as a neck. I've got something in mind. Here we are, a bit of this. Let's open this up. Here it goes. And I just want a section of this to be my neck. So I'm just going to zoom in here. And I just want a bit of this. So I'm going to choose, this time, the polygonal lasso tool. And I'll take just a section of this, and I think I'm going to come around here. Like so, and come up this side. There we are. That will be my neck. It's a little bit rough at the moment, but I can type that up later. So Command C for copy, Command V for paste. It's quite small neck, isn't it? So I'm going to just zoom in so I'm not just grabbing the center. There we are. Move that up. Make it a bit thicker. And a little bit longer. Tilt it slightly, that's better. Okay, now that layer is neck, and actually it can go behind the body. So it looks as if the neck is coming up from the section behind. Imagine a top surface behind this edge here, and the neck would be coming out of there. So there we go, so I've got a neck on. So a neck that now connects my head to my body. Okay, next tutorial will show you how to select your crank part of the chain set to act as an arm, and I'll show you another selection tool that you can use to do that really accurately.